Hey, what's up everyone? Raging Golden Eagle here, having way too much fun as always. This time though, I gotta say, it's gonna be in the form of catharsis due to an angry rant I'm about to give. So what's going on now? Well, if you can't tell by the title, Crunchyroll has not just torpedoed their reputation as a game localizer right out of the gate, but due to how they've been handling this situation, I've stopped supporting them entirely. And this is sad because like a year and a half ago, I put out another video talking about Crunchyroll, which will be linked in the description box below, of course, where I actually say, yeah, I'm very much aware of the SJW tendencies of some of their staff members, but as I repeated throughout that entire video, I don't care what their staff does in editorials, as long as this SJW nonsense stays out of their product. So as I'm sure you can figure out, that has since changed. It's no longer just an editorial thing, it's no longer just the opinions of a few people, it's now affecting their product. And everything I'm about to be talking about, I'm going to have links for in the description box below as well, of course, so you could check it out at your leisure. But the article from One Angry Gamer goes through it pretty well, so I'm pretty much going to be mostly just going through that, at least in the chronological order that they go through it. So what kicked off this most recent controversy? It started when a gamer asked about Danmachi Memoria Freeze's English release, noting that some of the art changed, and that an interactive minigame similar to the petting game from Fire Emblem Fates was removed. In the subreddit for the game, which again is linked in the description box below, a community manager hopped into the comments section to say that the interactive minigame was removed for the English release, and this is the funny part, that it was not censorship. Let's see what this mental midget has to say. Hi, official Dan Memo community team here. The touching feature was removed from the English version of the game, yes. Not as a matter of censorship or depriving non-Japanese audiences of anything, but due to what is appropriate and not appropriate for English audiences. Hope that answers your question. Yeah, you can see it on the screen, I'm not making this up. Let me read that again. Not as a matter of censorship, but due to what is appropriate and not appropriate for English audiences. Well, I got news for you, you fucking retard. That's literally the definition of censorship. And on top of that, nobody decides what's appropriate for me but me. Anyone else who thinks they have the right to decide that can go broke and go to hell. Which hopefully happens to you guys at Crunchyroll now after you've pulled this shit. And if you think that's a little bit harsh, oh, this is gonna get even better. Just stick with me here. This is just the tip of the iceberg here. But for now though, let's just say it's not appropriate for my wallet to lose money on censored games. But either way, as you guys can tell by looking at the Reddit page yourself, pretty much not a single comment in support of this to be seen. What do you know? Fans of the fan service heavy anime that this game is based on are not happy to see it getting censored. Wow, it's almost as if Crunchyroll does not understand who the audience for this game is. And the funny part is, when they get called on this bullshit, they pretty much just respond with this. I will pass along your feedback, but the team stands by the decision. Thanks. Oh, great. Good to know that you've already decided to ignore your audience. We'll see how well that's gonna do for you. And we're not even at the best part yet, that's coming next. But then they went on to say this. If you would like that feature, it is still in the Japanese version. Yeah, translation, we can't be asked to do our jobs, so you need to learn Japanese and just play that version of the game. And you know what, I was going to save this towards the end of the video, but why the hell not? I'm just going to mention it right here, since it's actually appropriate. When Crunchyroll said this, I don't think they meant for people to actually take them up on this. But oh man, are they going to be in for the surprise of their life. 'Cause rumors abound in the communities that I lurk in that an unofficial English patch to the Japanese version of the game may be on the way sooner rather than later. And if this is surprising news to you, just stop and think for a second. Crunchyroll already localized the game. So at this point, the modders just need to rip the Crunchyroll localization and all the files and all the work they did, scan through it and go over it with a fine-tooth comb for any other instances of censorship and fix them, and then simply just find a way to apply that to the Japanese client. So Crunchyroll just dismissing people's concerns by saying, oh, if you don't like it, just play the Japanese version. Well, I'm gonna enjoy seeing them eat their words in a few months here, let me just tell you that. That's all I'm gonna say for now. I just bring this up because if you're interested in this game, just wait. Give it a few months and you're not gonna have to deal with a censored English version. But that out of the way, I did promise we're going to be getting to the good part, so we're going to be getting to the good part. This Reddit thread is from early April, after a fan discovered the censorship. Let's take a look at a little Twitter exchange from the end of March. You see it on the screen now. The official team announced the game, and a Twitter user named Nathan Maruyama said this: "It's not censored, is it? Honkai Impact 3 Global was, and it kind of depressed me since I was waiting for that game for years." Then the official Danmachi Memoria Freeze account responds as such. Nope, they say it's not censored. So right there, they're caught lying. But even then, we're not at the bottom of this rabbit hole yet. It gets even worse. In the official trailer for the game, the feature that they removed, despite saying the game's not censored, was actually advertised. And this is important because this actually means Crunchyroll can get in trouble for false advertising. So if you're one of those people who were duped by this and actually spent money on the game, in the description box below, I have links for both UK and US individuals that you can use to file a complaint. And I highly suggest you do so because this is above and beyond the usual level of bullshit I cover on this channel. So let's go over it again in chronological order here. Crunchyroll announces the game is coming soon. A concerned fan asks if the game is going to be censored. The official team says, no, it's not censored. Then a few days after the game is launched, another fan reports, hey, I discovered some censorship. To which Crunchyroll just jumps through some hoops and says, oh yeah, we removed that, but it's not censorship, it's just not appropriate for you guys. Then it gets discovered that what they censored was actually included in the official advertisements for the game, and then when they got their entire community attacking them for it, they pretty much just brushed them off. It's like, we already made our decision, go fuck yourselves. If you want this feature, play the Japanese version. So yeah, that's where we are here with Crunchyroll. They are flat out guilty of false advertising and lying about censorship. We literally can't trust anything these fuckers say anymore. Nothing. They are now proven on the record to be a bunch of liars. And it's not just with gaming either. At this point, I don't trust anything they say when it comes to anime either. Let's just say I'm not going to be doing any finger wagging at anybody who wants to cancel their Crunchyroll subscriptions over this. But anyway, on the topic of anime, this is pretty interesting here. Imagine them trying this with anime. Oh, the fan service in this show, it doesn't affect the anime at all. And it's inappropriate for English audiences, so we're just gonna remove it. We're just gonna pull a 4Kids and just remove all this objectionable stuff. How do you think anime fans would react? Well, I think you know the answer. It was a rhetorical question. At this point, I am convinced 100% that the one and only reason Crunchyroll does not censor the anime they show is because they know that the second they do this, they are going to die to the fansubbers. And you know what, now that I think about it, a lot of the awesome stuff that we enjoy nowadays, like uncensored anime and simulcasting, those exist because of fansubbers. Anime companies in the West realized that they have to simulcast things as quickly as possible and give you the uncensored version, because anything less than that and everyone's just going to go to the fansubbers. So they're kind of stuck. They have to do it this way, whether they like it or not. And they know this. But then you got mobile games. It's a little bit of a different animal here. If nothing else though, this should just be used as another case for why we need to move away from the whole live services model of games, where companies have complete control over everything. But as I alluded to earlier, it's a lot more difficult on your phone than on the PC to do modding and unofficial patches and the like, but it's not impossible. Not to mention, they got emulators on the computer that you could use to play mobile games from other regions. So for the dedicated fan, there's always going to be a way. Most normies, though, they either don't know about this, or if they do know about it, aren't willing to put in the effort. But guess who the audience for a type of game like this is? Oh yeah, I am looking forward to seeing this bite Crunchyroll in the ass hard. As I've already stated, it's not just that they censored the game, but that they were lying about it all the way up until they got caught, and even then they still tried to lie. Oh, it wasn't censorship. No, it just was inappropriate for English audio. Bull fucking shit. However you try to rationalize it, you censored the game. Despite advertising the feature that you censored. Despite lying about the game being uncensored. Regardless how heavy the price you guys are about to pay is, I'm just gonna point and laugh. And you did this to yourselves, and you deserve whatever you get. That's all I gotta say, guys. Thanks for listening.